Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing so super well today. I'm coming on to do another live video teaching here on YouTube. So if you're checking out the replay or the recording of this video, I don't know what to call it, let me know in the comments below, and feel free to share your thoughts and questions and experiences, anything you want to share with me in the comments below so that I can respond to them when I have a chance. I would really love to hear from you and to see how this video connected with you today. Okay, so if this is your first time tuning into me and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I'm a psychic business empowerment coach. I teach people how to manifest whatever they want in their personal lives as well as their businesses. And I do this through really teaching people how to understand energy and what is influencing their energy and is keeping them from being a match with their desires, and how to clear those things so that they can then get what they want. Okay. So that is how I help people. And if you're tuning in for the first time, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm super excited to always connect with new people. And yes, let me get into this video teaching for today, okay? I got guided to speak on the subject of how to recognize you're not stepping into who you truly are. So if you've been watching my last few videos, especially if you're on Facebook, which is where I'm mostly present, I have a Facebook group there. I have my Facebook business page, and I do all kinds of teachings there on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, join us by going to the description of this video, clicking on my social media links, and requesting to join or follow me on all relevant links. But I've been talking a lot lately here on YouTube as well as Facebook and other social media about, returning to who you are and being who you truly are. And I just got done kind of explaining that right now on Facebook in a video that I just did titled How Your Lack of Inspired Aligned Action Keeps You from Manifesting into Your Business. But to kind of explain that very quickly, who you truly are is you're a divine spiritual being. And because you're a divine spiritual being and you're connected to all that is, to your divine spiritual truth, you really know on such a deep level that you are unconditionally loved, that you're perfect now in this moment, that you are connected to infinite abundance, and that you can do anything that you desire, create anything that you desire, have anything you desire, be anything that you desire. That is your truth. And so there's more levels or layers to that as a unique individual, but that's, the core of who you are. And so this is who you truly are. Now, right now at this time, a lot of us are being asked to become more of who we truly are on an even greater level, because we're all on this journey. But those of you who are feeling called to make a difference in the world with your unique abilities, your gifts, your experience, your training, whatever it is that you do, if you're feeling called to make a difference in the world, to make this world a better place, to help other people, you especially are feeling the call to be more of who you truly are, because you have to step into this higher level of yourself in order to then be able to make the impact that you're here to make, in order to help those people that you're here to help, okay? So people that are, feel they have some kind of calling to make this world a better place, to make a difference, you're especially feeling this call to step into more of who you truly are. Now, the thing is that when we are stepping into more of who we truly are, a lot of times we have both conscious and unconscious resistance to stepping into who we truly are. There's a lot of things going on there that we consciously think about or unconsciously. And so conscious things might be like, well, who do I think I am to be able to do that or to want to do that? I don't have this experience. I don't have this training. I don't have this qualification, or I don't have this level of following, or whatever it is. Who am I to desire that? Who am I to, whatever it is. And so that can be some conscious thoughts that you're having that are creating resistance into you stepping into who you truly are and really doing what you came here to do. But there's a lot of unconscious things there as well all the time that we don't know because they're unconscious, right? And so these are really deep embedded beliefs that we have that then keep us from resisting our true power, our true abundance, our true success, our true joy, our true fulfillment. And it sounds crazy because, who would consciously resist making a positive impact in the world, helping so many people, changing people's lives, changing the planet, or whatever it is. Who would consciously not want that? Consciously, we would think no, of course I want that. Of course I want to do that. Of course I want to be that. But the thing is that we unconsciously resist that because we a lot of times are so conditioned about who we are, our identity. We believe certain negative things. And so because we strongly believe in this identity of ours that is disempowered and is incapable and unworthy and so on and so forth, we resist stepping into that worthiness and that empowerment and that confidence. We resist that because we're so deeply attached to that old identity that we just can't see it any other way. Okay. It's also because a lot of times, even though you might consciously want to do these things, unconsciously, there's a lot of limiting fears and beliefs around that. You know, if you're feeling called to make a difference in the lives of thousands of people, but right now you're, maybe helping 10 people at this time, and for you 10 people feels like already a lot of work. It feels like a lot of responsibility. It feels like a heavy emotional burden maybe, and you're like, oh my God, like I really want to reach all these people, but like working with these 10 people already, that's a lot, and I don't know if I have all the energy and the time to help all those people, and so on and so forth. So you're creating unconscious resistance around stepping into who you truly are to then be able to reach those thousands of people that you want to reach. Does that make sense? So this is how we resist stepping into who we truly are. We a lot of times have these conscious, but especially unconscious limiting beliefs and fears and insecurities and stories and old identities that we're so attached to, that we're holding on to, that doesn't allow for us to step into who we truly are and to be that person that we came here to be. And so an example that I want to share with you right now around this is, like, it's always been my dream to travel the world from a very, very young age. Like, I always knew I needed to travel the world. This was my one life here in my mind, and I needed to see as much of the world as possible. And so when I became an online entrepreneur, that was one of my motives for being an online entrepreneur, was to have that flexibility to travel from place to place for however much I wanted, to do whatever I wanted, and just need my computer to just do my work and go about my business. But what happens is that when I started stepping into these levels of location independence, and the first time it was around manifesting a trip to Costa Rica. I manifested a 3-week trip to Costa Rica for free a few years back. And I remember that when I first stepped into that, I was going crazy in my mind because, I'm on this amazing vacation, but I felt like I couldn't enjoy the vacation because I was like, no, I got to do work. I got to do this. I got to show up, and so on and so forth. And I was creating a lot of resistance around stepping into my true desires, who I really wanted to be, the version of me that's like, no, you can have the online business and travel and enjoy traveling. You don't have to just be about your business while you're traveling and then never get to enjoy your travels. Like, you can have it both ways. And so I needed to go through that level of clearing that inner resistance in order to step into more of the person that I needed to be able to understand I can have both things. And then I went through this again when it was last year, right? I went to a retreat in Europe, and again, I had to kind of revisit some of these same kinds of things and clear the resistance that I had around thinking that I wasn't able to, keep up with my business and be able to promote and have the energy and the inspiration and all these different things to do the things that I need to do in my business while I traveled. I felt like I couldn't do it at all, and so on and so forth. And I created this resistance around being able to step into that. And so because I've been diligent in clearing all of these things as they've come up, I've now brought myself into alignment with who I truly am, with what I truly desired. And that's why I get to experience what I experienced today. And today I'm so freaking proud of myself because I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm doing all these things. I'm traveling. I'm keeping up with the social medias. I'm always like putting content out there consistently. I'm not ghosting like I used to anymore, whatever. I'm doing all these things because I'm more connected to who I truly am. Does that make sense? So how you can recognize for yourself that you're resisting stepping into that next level of who you truly are, because this is something that we're going to constantly do. It's never, a thing that we do once and then that's it and we're done and we're good for life. Like, this is always stepping into greater levels of who we truly are and embodying that as we go throughout our journey. So how you recognize that you're resisting stepping into this next level of who you truly are is, number one, you'll get physical symptoms a lot of times. Okay. This is what I channeled for you guys today with my guides. So what they said is you might be experiencing at this time, especially because the energy is really pulling you forward into embodying more of who you truly are at this time, to really step into your purpose if you feel called to make a difference. So at this time, you might be experiencing physical symptoms such as headaches or migraines, right? And a lot of times this is because you have a lot of egoic limiting beliefs and fears and stuff in your head that you need to let go of in order to release those headaches. It could be that you're having issues with your feet. You're maybe needing to move forward with your purpose, but you're not moving forward with it. You're not taking bigger and bolder action steps. You're not being more vocal about what you do and what you have to offer and so on and so forth. So you might be having some issues with your feet because you're resisting stepping, forward into who you are. You might be experiencing issues with your throat, right? So a lot of times, if you're having a blocked throat, especially if you're having like cold or flu-like symptoms in the summer when they're like unlikely usually, or you just keep having like repeated cold symptoms, flu symptoms again and again, or a long-lasting cough or something like that, that's you resisting stepping into who you truly are, because you're not really showing up and expressing yourself as you really need to be at this time, and to be making the impact that you need to be making with in the lives of others at this time with what you have to say and offer, right? Other physical symptoms that they wanted me to mention is stomach issues. So if you're having a lot of stomach issues lately, your stomach's feeling off, and there's nothing that really like warrants that. You haven't eaten anything crazy, or you're not going through certain, like, I know sometimes with women, especially when they're going through their menstrual cycle, and they're going through their period and things like that, sometimes they have weird bowel movements or whatever, and they're feeling off in their stomach. But if those are not, if that's not the case at all for you, if you're not going through these things, and there's nothing that should be causing these physical symptoms in your stomach, and you're still experiencing them, you're still experiencing an offness, this is you probably resisting stepping into who you truly are. Because again, solar plexus has all to do with your personal power, has all to do with like being strong in who you are and moving forward and creating what you desire and so on and so forth. And so if you feel called to step forward into this purpose and you're not stepping into it in the way in which you need to be at this time, and you're resisting that for whatever reasons, and you're creating these symptoms in your stomach, and you're feeling them in that way. And another physical symptom that they wanted me to mention to you today is tiredness. So if you've been feeling, fatigue, or just like sleepier than usual, or just, feeling tired, maybe a little bit depressed, if this has been the case for you, the physical symptom that you have been experiencing, then that's you resisting who you truly are. Because when you're really connected to who you truly are, you allow the energy of you to flow through you effortlessly. But when you resist it, it's like you're pushing against that. And because you're pushing against that energy, you don't allow for the energy to move through you. So it doesn't allow for you to be energized at the level at which you need to be in this moment. And so it's creating tiredness. It's the same way in which, if you're swimming against the current, you're going to get tired very quickly. Whereas if you're flowing with the current, you're going to be carried forward in the direction you want to go in, right? And so this is where the tiredness symptom can come from, and a sign that you might be resisting stepping into this next level of who you truly are at this time. So those are some physical symptoms that they wanted me to mention to you guys today. Now, other ways in which you can recognize in your life and in your business that you're resisting stepping into who you truly are is you might be feeling these weird emotional balances, okay? So during certain astrological periods, sometimes there is astrological phenomenon that influences our emotional well-being and will help us bring things that we need to release. But if you've been like a roller coaster, just kind of up and down lately, and that's not really in your nature, that's not really how you normally are, and you've just been feeling all over the place, emotionally, maybe you're really happy one day and high on life, and then you're all sad and depressed and feeling worthless and not, feeling like you're not doing anything, you're not moving forward, and so on and so forth. If you're having these emotional roller coasters, that's probably you resisting stepping into who you truly are, because your true self is wanting to help you connect to the truth of who you are and the true emotional state of who you are, which is all the high vibing emotions. But it's all the limiting fears and the beliefs and the resistance that one creates within oneself that then creates that downward effect. And so it's kind of like your higher self or your inner being or your soul, this version of you who you truly are on a spiritual level, is trying to carry you, to who you truly are. And you're there for a minute, but then all of a sudden you allow all your old stories, your old identity, your fears and things to bring you back down. And then you're trying to go back up to who you truly are. And then you're going back down and up and down and so on and so forth. So if this has been something that's been going on with you recently, especially these emotional imbalances, then that's a sign that you're probably resisting stepping into who you truly are. Another one is if you've been experiencing increased fear and doubt and insecurity or worry as you live your present moment or you think about your future. So if you are feeling these emotions at this time in regards to these different things. And that is probably an indication that you're resisting stepping into who you truly are, because who you truly are is at peace with whatever is happening in this now moment, regardless if it's something good or bad, that you might label as good or bad. Who you truly are is so connected to, the fact that everything's okay and they're so loved and supported. And so even in this maybe unfavorable circumstance or situation, it's all good. This version of who you truly are isn't fazed by it. But if you're being fazed by it, if you're being affected, if you're being, made to feel, or you're feeling worried and fearful and stressed and doubtful and all those other things, you're resisting stepping into who you truly are. And so this is also applies to when you're thinking about the future. If you're thinking about the future and you're feeling all these different things, you're resisting stepping into who you truly are, because who you truly are knows, like, I got the future. I got this. I know I'm going to create that. It's all going to be good. It's going to work out, and so on and so forth. And so who you truly are is calm about it, and everything's okay, right? But if that's not how you're feeling, then you're resisting stepping into who you truly are. Another thing that they wanted me to mention is that if you're at this time experiencing financial difficulties in your life, or maybe this is something that you've been experiencing for a really long time now, because I know a lot of people that have been going through difficulties and they just feel like they can never seem to move forward, and so on and so forth, or move beyond a certain level ever. So if you're having financial difficulties, this is a very telltale sign that you're resisting stepping into who you truly are, because when you're truly connected to who you truly are, you are connected to that infinite abundance and knowing within yourself. And because you're so deeply connected to that, you naturally and effortlessly attract that into your life in so many different ways. But when you're not attracting it effortlessly, when it's a struggle, when you're barely able to make ends meet, and so on and so forth, it's because you're not connected to that true knowing inside of yourself. And so that's why it's being a struggle for you at this time. So financial difficulties is a very telltale sign that you're resisting stepping into who you truly are. Okay, so if you've been having issues with launching certain things, certain offers, if you're an entrepreneur, hitting certain goals, and so on and so forth, this is because you have been resisting stepping into who you truly are. When you really connect to who you are and you embody this level of you, you will be able to reach those goals effortlessly, because it's just the way it is. By connecting to who you truly are, you become the frequency of who you truly are is higher level frequency, and you're a match for those desires. But because if you're resisting them for whatever reasons, then you're going to keep yourself at a low vibrational state, and you're not going to be a match for what you want, and it's not going to be able to show up. So this is a very telltale sign for you and how you're resisting stepping into who you truly are. Another one is if you've been feeling kind of like stuck, or there's been stagnation, or there's been a kind of blockage that you've been feeling, right? So maybe you feel blocked in terms of creating content, or knowing what to talk about, or knowing what to create next, or you feel stagnation, you feel like your business isn't really moving forward. It's been at a certain level for a while, or you feel stuck, and you feel like no matter what you try, nothing seems to be moving forward, and so on and so forth. These are signs that you're not really stepping into who you truly are. Because again, when you step into who you are, and I just spoke about this on my personal page on Facebook. That's why I really always, encourage all of you who are on Facebook to follow me on Facebook as well, because I do so many other teachings on Facebook all the time when I'm inspired to do them. And so I just got done speaking on how a lack of inspired aligned action keeps you from manifesting. And I spoke there on how, writer's block is it's something made up. It's not really true. Writer's block is just basically you resisting who you truly are. And because you're resisting who you truly are, and you aren't allowing the energy and the consciousness and the divine abundance and flow of who you really are to flow through you, it creates that kind of blockage, and it keeps you from receiving the creative ideas that you need to then, create whatever it is that you need to create, or write whatever it is you need to write. And so when you are feeling a kind of stuckness or stagnation or blockness, if that's a word, in your life in some way, in your business and what you're wanting to create to make that impact, then that is a sign that you're resisting who you truly are. Because when you're connected to that, again, everything just flows through you and you do it effortlessly. And a great example, because I did speak to a client about this recently, and I gave the example of how, way back when, maybe two years ago still, when I would write a post for Facebook, I would literally take an hour. I would take an hour to write a post for Facebook, because I had all this unconscious resistance, all these limiting beliefs and fears and things around, how my post would be received, whether or not it would be good enough, and judged and getting the results that I wanted from it and blah, 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 all these different things. And so because I put all this unconscious pressure on myself, I made it so hard for me to receive the words and the inspiration that I needed to transmit in that post. And it would take me a whole hour. Whereas as I cleared those things and I cleared that resistance and I made it easier for all that stuff to flow through me, it now takes me maybe for 15 to 20 minutes to write a post, and it's so much more effortless and I get so much more done because I'm connected to more of who I truly am. Does that make sense? So these are some signs. Another sign, which is similar to what I just spoke on, is, if you've been feeling like you haven't really made much growth in your business or with what you're doing, if you feel like you haven't reached higher levels of success, you've just been trying to, move beyond a certain level, but you're not moving in the way in which you want to, at the rate or at the capacity maybe that you wanted to. If you've been having very little growth or success, it's because you are resisting stepping into who you truly are. So there's something there, probably unconscious, that is keeping you from reaching those higher levels of success and growth that you desire in your business or in your impact. Okay. 2 more things that are signs that you're resisting embodying more of who you are, being who you truly are, is if you've been feeling kind of apathy or a kind of, what did they tell me? A lack of motivation. So if you've been feeling any kind of apathy or lack of motivation, you're just uninspired, you're just like, I don't really know what to talk about today. I don't feel like doing anything today. I don't know. My feet feel so heavy. I feel like I don't want to do anything. If you've been feeling that apathy or like, I don't care, it's whatever, and so on and so forth, this is you resisting stepping into who you truly are. Because again, your inner being, your soul, your higher self, whatever you call the spiritual aspect of you, is all the high vibing emotions and is always excited about life and loving life and is amazing, feeling amazing. And so when you're feeling all of this stuff that's in opposition to that, it's because you're resisting who you truly are on some level. And you need to get to the bottom of what that is in order to clear that up and then connect to your sense of happiness and joy and excitement for life. Okay. And excitement for the things that you're doing again, especially if you have a business and you want to make this impact. If you're, feeling hopeless and just down and about what you're doing as far as your business goes or your impact, then you need to really have a good look at that and shift that quickly so that you can keep moving forward in that direction. And the last thing that they wanted me to mention today around, how to recognize whether or not you're stepping into who you truly are is, are you hiding in any way? Are you not sharing certain things that you feel called to share? Are you resisting being vulnerable and sharing more of the true, authentic you? So are you still basically kind of giving the appearance of what you think people want of you? This is a very telltale sign that you're resisting stepping into who you truly are, because who you truly are doesn't fear sharing itself openly and vulnerably and authentically, because your true self is at peace with itself. But if you have limiting beliefs and fears and all this other stuff around, how you will be perceived and judged and all this other stuff, then you're going to hold back and you're going to hide and you're not going to share all the bits and pieces of you that are raw and, just vulnerable. So these are all signs or ways in which you can recognize that you're not really stepping into who you truly are. And so it's really important for you at this time to do something about that, because again, your soul is calling you to step into a higher level of you, to step into a higher level of empowerment, of abundance, of fulfillment, of leadership, of joy, of, magic, of these different parts of you. And it's going to keep asking you to keep moving in that direction. And so long as you keep resisting that, you're going to feel like crap. Let me tell you, you're going to feel like crap. And life is going to create situations to move you in that direction, because that's what you truly, truly desire on a deep level. And so you can resist for so long, but eventually you're going to have to get your butt on there and move forward. So I encourage you to do your best to step forward and to embracing more of who you truly are, your true magnificence, your true light, your true power, your true beauty and magic and creativity, and to do something about that so that you can ride this wave of ascension and step into more of who you truly are with so much more ease and grace. Okay? So that is my message for you all today. I really hope that that has helped you. If it has, please let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, how it resonated with you, how it supported you at this time, and definitely be sure to give this video a thumbs up or a like if you enjoyed it from wherever you're watching it from, and share this video with whoever you feel needs this message today, who would benefit from it. It's always my intention to help those of you with the teachings that I have and support you in your journey in some kind of way. And if you would like support in stepping into more of who you truly are and really letting go of all of these things that are keeping you in resistance of embracing more of who you truly are, and keeping you from ultimately creating your dream life, because when you become who you truly are, you get to create your dream life. You get to move forward in that direction. If I hadn't cleared the resistance I had around speaking my truth and sharing what I'm passionate about and so on, and my fears and my insecurities, if I hadn't cleared all of that stuff, then I wouldn't be reaching the people that I'm reaching today via my teachings, whether that's YouTube or Facebook. I wouldn't be reaching the people that I'm reaching via my posts, whether that's on Instagram or on Facebook. And I wouldn't be inspiring people and giving them hope and helping them believe in themselves again, helping them believe in their dreams and so on and so forth, if I hadn't done that, right? And so because I was able to clear all of that stuff and I was able to share my message more effortlessly and to connect with so many people and build trust and so on and so forth, that is now what has given me the capacity to be able to attract the clients that I attract into the things that I offer, to then be able to provide for myself and the kind of life that I desire to have, which is why I get to be location independent now. I am now currently in Guadalajara, Mexico. I arrived yesterday and I've been traveling around Mexico for the last 2.5 months, I believe. And that's been thanks to the fact that I have stepped into my purpose and I've cleared the things that kept me from embracing more of who I truly was, who was going to be able to help me step into my purpose and to reach all those people that I needed to reach, which would then provide for me financially the resources and the things that I needed to have this life that I have. So it's all interconnected. This is really the way to creating the life that you desire, the impact that you desire. It's really about you stepping into who you truly are and you being willing to clear all of the things that you hold inside of yourself that are making that much more difficult and complicated and harder than it needs to be. And so when you clear these things, then you get to move forward in the creation of your dream life and dream business and dream impact. So if you would like support with this, I invite you to join me in my Soul Line Magic program. It starts on August 28th. It's an 8-week program in which I work with you 3 times a week in a group setting. And I give you teachings to help you really embody more of who you truly are, and exercises to help you clear the things that you need to clear inside of yourself, to bring yourself into alignment with who you are, and to really help you to build the level of belief and self-trust and confidence and knowing inside of yourself that you need to manifest the clients that you desire, to then create the impact that you want to create, then the life that you desire. So that is an 8-week program that I'm offering. If you want more information on that, the information for it is in the description of this video, so check that out. And I would really love to support you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you allowing me to be an influence in your life and to guide you on this journey. And again, if you want to connect with me on social media, you're always welcome to follow me on Instagram or Facebook and here on YouTube. So subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it, as Stef Ventura Coaching. So you can follow me there. If you follow me on Instagram, I share my adventures of what I'm doing and seeing and stuff on my Instagram story. I occasionally will write up a post of something inspirational that I feel like sharing in that moment. I teach on Facebook as well, and I do weekly energy readings on Facebook every Monday. So I give you guidance on what to expect from the energy of the week every Monday on my Facebook business page, Stef Ventura Coaching. Here on my YouTube channel, I teach every Friday, and I give you a teaching that I am guided to give you from my guides, and I share what I need to share there on that. And if you want to join me on Facebook, I have a Facebook group there that you can join that's totally free for men and women who are interested in spirituality, who are interested in empowerment, who are interested in manifesting and creating an impact and being their best selves, being their most authentic selves. So on Facebook, you can find me, you can find my group on Facebook as Manifesting Your Impact. And that is the name of the group, and all the links are in the description of this video. And if not, which I think they are though, you can use the search bar and find me there that way. I'm all over the place. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop comments below. If you ever want to work with me, check out my website, stefventura.com. The best way is probably to message me directly because my website isn't always the most updated, but you know, whatever works. I'm always reachable, especially on Facebook. So I send you all so much love. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for your time, and be brave and be willing to become the true you. You got this. Don't be afraid of your true power, your true light, your true magnificence. You really are an amazing being, and you need to allow yourself to be comfortable with that once again and to embrace that once again. And once you do, it's going to change your life because you're going to be the happiest you've ever been, and you're going to feel the most empowered you've ever been, the most abundant, the most joyful, and full of endless possibilities. So send you all so much love. I'll see you in the next video next Friday. And yeah, take care. Bye.